course. Our written ICT mix. Okay. Let me share this. So for the title of the presentation is the integration of InKit as a digital tool in reading assessment at junior high school level. We're moving to the next page. Okay, I will explain about the learning objective and also the learning profile. So the learning objective, we can categorize it into four parts. First is student will be able to read descriptive text and short story with correct pronunciation. And the second is students are able to understand the structure of descriptive text and short story. The third is students are able to identify the main idea of descriptive text and short story. And the last is students are able to identify the components of descriptive text and short story. We're moving to the next part. Okay. So for the learning profile, the target learners that I targeting is for junior high school students, or we call it here SMP, especially for 8th grades. For the CEPR level is B1 or intermediate. The explanation is student can identify main ideas, the structure of text, descriptive, and short story. The second is students identify some key points from descriptive text and short story. And the last is scan the descriptive text to find the characteristics of text. Then we're moving to the next part, educational technology overview. So the evolution of educational technology can be separated into several parts. First is traditional era. It's happened before 1980s, and the mostly of the teacher use chalkboards, textbooks, and printed worksheets in assessment activity. And the second era is internet era. We call it internet era because it happened in early 2000s. In this era, the use of digital technology has been found. These platforms are used to practice English grammar and pronunciation, such as video pembelajaran, or it can be found on YouTube and computer integration. The last is current era or nowadays era. It happened from 2020s until present. The discovery of unique digital tools that are using gamification style, the assessment combined with other elements like games such as InKit and English language apps combined with AI are commonly used for assessing English language innovatively in this era. And because the technological is improved by the years and decades, and also this era, uh, some of educators or teachers often use AI or maybe some several digital tools like that for the teaching and learning process. We're moving to the next part of the presentation. Okay, so uh, there are theoretical foundation. The first is behaviorism theory by it founded by B.F. Skinner. It, it says that assessment is shaped through rewards and feedback for students' answer. And for the implementation in GameKit, uh, student will get more energy when they choose the correct answers. So the energy that student have, it should be collected the money or points in the game. And the second is if the answer is incorrect, the student can try again by answering the other questions and they can learn from their mistakes before. So why it can relate? Because for the behaviorism theory, it says that uh, assessment is shaped through feedback. Okay, so for the second point is uh, students can students can uh, replay the games or and re-answering the question to learn to get the feedback from the past answer so they can learn from their mistake before. Second is the second theory is self-determination theory. It's founded by Edward Deci and Richard Ryan. It says that students will be motivated to do better because this theory emphasizes the importance of three basic psychological needs. The first is autonomy or authority to choose. Second is competence. And the last is connected to other students. For the implementation in GameKit, there are two types. The first is students will be more connected to others when they are playing the game with their classmates. And second is students will have authority to choose area where they can answer the questions. So for the implementations in GameKit, based on this theory, uh, it says that the theory says that it will connect it to other students. So on the GameKit, student will be playing online with their friends or maybe the other students, and uh, they are all should uh, answer some several questions that will be given by the teacher. Okay, we're moving. the generation relevance. Okay, so for the selected generation, I choose generation Z, and yeah, there are two characteristics of Gen Z that we should know. The first is Gen Z will tend to be smart in using technology. And the second is Gen Z is tend to prefer fun and innovative learning model. And the last is Gen Z enjoys having competition with others like the integration of online learning templates. Next is TeamKit is fit with Gen Z needs in reading assessment because there are several reasons. The first is the use of games as an assessment. Okay, so why TeamKit is fit with this generation? Because the first point is the use of game as an assessment. Okay, maybe for the kids or the young people, games are more interesting parts for their life. So the assessment should be relatable to to students' life. So by the using of uh, fun games activity, maybe it will attract students' attention in learning things and be more engagement in class. And second is collaborative and social-based learning. Its students can play and compete in a game where they should collect money or points as much as possible. They can also collaborate and discuss with their friends by helping each other to find the correct answers. So by playing Teamkit as an educational games or educational tools, uh, the students can compete with other students. Not only compete it, but it can also we can also collaborate and discuss, and they can discuss with each other about the correct maybe for the correct answers, and they are more collaborating with others to find the correct answers so that it can push students to be more collaborating, and it can uh, conclude that uh, it is social-based learning because the collaboration between other students with other students, and it can help each other to understand the materials, yeah, to understand the materials more deeper. And next is we're moving to the tool description. Okay, for a tool description, for the tool name, for the tool name, yeah, it's input, and the type of this website is website-based learning, and there are key features that are consist in this feature. The first is the teacher and students can run the game in real time. So the teacher and students, so the teacher can uh, see the progress of their students in the game like that. And And the second is customized questions, types delivery, include multiple choice, face card, and so on. So there are several types of delivering assessment for the assessment delivery. Yeah, it can be multiple choice, or the question can be uh, a flashcard and so on, because there are a lot of uh, question types that you can. And the third is teachers can add questions about descriptive text from several references that other people have authority to give. Okay. So for it itself, it provides uh, others 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 projects like that. So the teacher can see the see the others projects and maybe imitate it and uh, study it. So so the teacher can uh, learn the type of questions from others, and also the teacher can add the questions from others too without any without making a new questions. And the last is responses to student answers will be given directly after the students answers a question, whether the answer is correct or incorrect. So when the students has answered the question, or the correction types will be given directly to them. For example, the correct answer is A, but answer but the student answer is B. So when they click submit on next, it will uh, uh, it will it will show the correct answers. Okay, we're moving to the simulation plan. Okay. So for the lesson topic, I will choose descriptive text and short story. For the short story and descriptive text, I will use text that has a title is a request done. For the target learners, I will targeting junior high school students for 8 grades. And the duration of the, the, the lesson is 80 minutes. Okay. And step-by-step simulation plan. The first is I will do pre-reading activity for about 15 minutes. So uh, I will do praying for the class and start uh, giving some warm-up questions that were related to the students' life, and also introduce the topic for today's meeting about this basket facts. And the student will pray along with me and also answer the some warm-up questions. And the second is reading teaching activity session. I will plan it about 30 minutes. So the teacher activity, I will teach and display a short descriptive text in the front of the students. Then ask students to read it first. And student activity is to read the text silently and just taking notes of the main idea and also the structure of the text. Okay, the third is after reading activity. So I will use linked assessment to assess their understanding of reading activity. Okay, so I will share the link of the UK Live, and it can be by link or include the code, and my student would should answer all the question in UK. Student activity. Student will join the game with learning or code that I will give to them and answer all the questions carefully and earn the money and buy the energy. For the fourth is feedback and reflection. Maybe it's about 10 minutes before the class is end. So I will reviewing back the topics that I have been given during the learning process, and student will write their self-reflection for today's class and also share their thought about what things that they got from the whole activity. And my role is to guide the students during the learning process and when they use of digital tools. Okay. For the pedagogical justification, uh, how it enhances reading skill. First is identify the main idea, information, and characteristics of descriptive text and short stories. So student not only read but also improve their spelling. The second is adding some new vocabularies in reading session. And the last is encourage students to continue practicing and focus on learning because learning will be fun and understandable. So if we connect it, if we connect it to the tech framework for the technology by integrating an online digital tool, very easy to use. Second is pedagogical. It offers pieces related to reading comprehension in order to create an assessment strategy for the content by focusing on reading skill. Uh, Student will be able to understand the descriptive text and short story. Okay, so for the connection to learning theories, uh, we I use self-determination theory by Daisy and Ryan. Uh, why it connect the connection is R. It will give learners authority to choose strategy in the game. Second is the points will make students feel succeed to answer the assessments carefully. And the last is teamwork, encourage togetherness and collaborations amongst others. And behaviorism, You give a reward for the correct answer with points, which helps students learn from the feedback given, and it makes students more interested to retake the assessment and understand the topic. For the skill-specific tool classification, in BIMKit, uh, type is game-based learning tool via website, and the target language skill is reading, and the level is junior high school or B1. And second is quizzes. The type is quiz-based learning tool via website or app. The language skill is R, vocabulary and reading, and the level is middle high school, or we call it pre-intermediate or A2. And the second, mm, and the second, and the last is for New Zealand. Okay, so the type is quiz-based learning tool via website. The language skill reading. The level is junior high school or intermediate B1. Um, we're moving to the next part. Okay. So for the personal reflection, I have learned that the use of digital technology gives big impacts for us. Before doing this project, I always think that doing assessments should be in the formal way by using a paper and a pen. I think it can be stressful to watch. Now I realize that digital tools can also offer me several English assessments, even more connected to my life. The use of YouTube helped me open my eyes that learning English could be fun. The assessment would be interesting and engaging for me as a young learner, or we can say Gen Z, who more enjoy doing competition and direct evaluation. I love using YouTube because all of the games are fun and easy to access. Students will more understand the content of the lesson by applying fun activities such as the use of YouTube. And this project helped me a lot in developing ICT in the language. Also, my skill in designing lesson plan and composing is self-reflection. Okay. So the next is I will demonstrate how the digital tools will be applied in the classroom that I will teach for the for reading skill. Okay. This is for link it. Second. Okay, we need to copy it first. Okay, I have been uh, creating this assessment. So there are 8 questions, and for the example, uh, there are 8 questions here. For example, I click here. They are for the green line is the correct answer, like that. And if we if we we click the right, it will play. Use and there are some games here. So I will choose, for example, we stop here and we continue. Okay. So when I become a host, the student will enter the code here, or or they can use barcode here to join it, and we can just click start it. But if we join it as a player, wait a second. If we join as a player like this, uh, for example, like this, we can uh, change the game duration here and the checkpoint energy per equation. And I will join it with my other device. Uh, and should click second. So I will start the game like this, and we can move like that. And if we here and press enter, we can appears the questions here. So if we cannot look this 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 question, we can this text we can click here and will appear. For example, this one, the cheaper is versus the for example, we choose here, okay, here, and That's correct. We'll get we'll get the energy from them. So if the energy is running out, you should you should uh you should answer the questions so that the energy of this uh can be cannot be this can be the example. And if we take it here, we cannot because our money doesn't enough. And people get if we answer the question here, how don't you feel when you have some watermelon materials? Yeah. If we choose the incorrect answers, it will show this incorrect, and they are overview of the correct answer here. They will uh, show the correct answer here if we use the incorrect answer for it. It's for example is here. The correct answer is overjoy. We continue for the articulation. That's all. Okay. For example, I will just the first one. Okay. Cross. But if the if this energy is running out, we should uh we should find the question and answer it like this. So the students can uh enter this code and they will join in the games and answering this type of questions based on the certificates. And it will include the reading skill for the reading skill and also here. Yeah, that the truth that I collected if this diagram, you can press here. For example, you your collection and the other line hold in the point of the so this is the collection of what we have. It's still zero collected. So for the I think that's all for the game. Um, this is the link of the kit of the game skin kit that I created before, and that's how to integrate digital tools into fun and innovative learn. And yeah, I think that's all. for my presentation. If I uh, if I had a wrong words to be so, I'm sorry. And thank you so much for listening.